गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णू गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Hari Om. Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of this universe. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have started contemplation on the 17th chapter, that is the manner of destruction of the mind. किस प्रकार से अपन अपने मन को कॉन्शियसनेस में डिसॉल्व कर सकते हैं. That has been told in this chapter. First topic we are done with Bhasa Vilas Samvad. So Vilas has asked the question to Bhas, tell me how you spend the time, and I hope you are following all your penance. I trust your perception is free from anxiety. I hope you are doing well. That means you are very happy. So Bhasa has explained that in the worldly life, if you are engrossed in a worldly life, then there is happiness cannot come. But till the knowledge has not risen, and moment the knowledge is risen, then you gain the knowledge, and because of that you become liberated. So that is what has been told during the first topic, that is Vasavilas Samvad. Second topic was Samsati, close attachment, wherein we have been told four types of attachment. One is Asakti, that is Karma Asakti. Second is Kartutva Asakti, there is Akartutva Asakti. And fourth is a Palashay. So if you are dropped all this, the one who is free from all these four attachment is perfectly unattached from the world. So whatever comes in his life, he take it as natural as it is the God's order. So further it has been said there are two types of asakti. One is a barren, useless or sterile, wherein we are getting engrossed in the world more and more, more and more. Whereas second is worthy of respect, commendable, worthy of respect. That means we are going towards the Almighty. So those who are the fools of the highest orders are attached to the barren, that is body, and the wise people are also attached, but they are attached to the self and not the worldly things, that is samajdari. So likewise, we have to come to the samanya satta, that is undifferentiated substratum, that is our essential nature. वो अपना स्वरूप है. We are neither sannyasi nor grostha nor man nor woman, neither miserable nor happy. We just are. We are not attached to anything. Know it for certain. Wise people are present with everybody, everyone, every moment. But moment they have gone also go for good, and they have no lingering thoughts and no lingering regarding persons, places, and anything. Learn to remain in a utter presence. And how to remain in utter presence? Rama Leela or Krishna Leela. Take it as a Ram Leela or Krishna Leela. May your role play your role very nicely, whatever the role is given, without spoiling the mind. Mind kharab nahi hona chahiye. Let us not have any bitterness, any bad feeling, any any hatred towards anyone. And simple technique is love everybody but do not trust anyone. You have to follow that. So now we are starting the third topic, that is Jiwan Mukta Samachar. Jiwan Mukta Samachar, the conduct of those liberated while living. So we are starting that topic, shloka number 26. Before we start that topic, today is the Dhanateras. So all of you, a very happy Dhanateras, happy Diwali festivities for 5 days. We have started yesterday. Kovatsabaras, today is Dhanteras, tomorrow is Mahalakshmi, Bhaubij. Likewise, 5 days festivities are there, and from essence of Yogavaasishtha, what has to be given as a gift or Diwali celebrations on the Yogavaasishtha is what I reading today morning Papaji's message, and that Papaji's message was very nice message has been given. If you are really not interested to become miserable, so don't distract your mind. And don't distract your mind means always remember that the spiritual examination is going on. आध्यात्मिक परीक्षा शुरू है, एंड आध्यात्मिक परीक्षा शुरू है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? डोंट टॉक. If you are having giving the spiritual examination, you are not supposed to comment on anything. You are not supposed to give your opinion on anything, and try to maintain your mind quiescent. So you can take this as the message from the Yogavaasishtha, essence of Yogavaasishtha, on the festive mood, so that you will always remain cheerful, blissful, happy, contented, and over and above relaxed and cool during these 5 days of festival, and enjoy the festivals. With this, now we'll start a very important topic, that is Jiwan Mukta Samachar. So we know the person who is a Jivan Mukta is not getting attached to anything in this world, that is called a Jivan Mukta. Although living in the relative world but not getting affected by the relative world is called a Jivan Mukta. So how this Jivan Mukta person remains in the life, that is Samachar. So you know Samachar comes in newspaper. There are so many newspaper which are very widely publicized and widely acclaimed world over. Maybe Deccan Herald, maybe Times of India, maybe Hindu likewise. Now we are getting here a samachar, the news, Jivan Mukta news, which is very important news. So we start with the 26th shloka, page number 137, 173, chapter number 17. अस्तु तस्याम् अवस्थायां स्थितिं प्राप्य विनाशिनम् आनन्देकान्तशीलत्वात् आनन्दन् पदातगत आनन्दं महानन्दं कलातीत ततोऽपि स मुक्त इत्युच्यते योगी तुर्यातीत padam gata. So he is a turyatita person. So having obtained this imperishable condition, in that state, that is turiya, or the fourth state of consciousness, whoever has departed from the abode devote of the bliss, that is away, waking, dream, and sleep, on account of habituation of absolute bliss. What has done now? Bhagavan Krishna very nicely says, Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagena Shamushrate. So Abhyas and Vairagya is a very important thing, that is mean habituation. So you have to practice it every day. Lota हर रोज घसना पड़ेगा. Every day you have to practice. We cannot afford that we will do it only once in a week and forget there, or maybe 5-10 minutes sometime, because immediately what will happen, all the bad things of the life will come up, all the worldly ideas and worldly things will get engrossed in your mind, and you will be away from the your स्वरूप, that is divinity. अपना जो स्वरूप divinity है, उससे आप एकदम अलग हो जाओगे. और वो divinity से अलग होना है ना, क्या divinity से अलग होना है यानी you are one with the world. That means you are commenting, you have suggestions to give everyone. Nobody is asking you, still you are giving your all nonsense stuff. A very nice example you should always remember is Raman Maharshi. Raman Maharshi has not talked to anyone for not 1, 2, 3, 4 years. 18 years he has not talked. And then, like, he Yes. Why he has not talked? Because he said there is nothing to talk. I have no topic to talk in this world. कुछ बात करने के लिए है ही नहीं. Because everything he was seeing is divine. Everything. All the plans which he was seeing in the world are all divine plan. So how can he talk about the divine plan which is his own nature? उनका खुद का नेचर ही था, वो सबका नेचर है, बट उनको पता था, अपने को पता नहीं है. So that's why Papa ji says keep quiet, don't talk, maintain equanimity. It's not a silence. Silence is opposite to the sound. It is not silence, it is equanimity. Whether it is a sound or a silence, mind should not get disturbed. And that is for a sadhaka. This is not for an ordinary people. जो सादे लोग हैं उनके लिए नहीं, बाकी लोगों को करने दो गोसिप, जिसको जो करना है, let them do it. But if you feel like you are sadhaka, you want to maintain your mind a very happy, tranquil, blissful, cheerful forever, then you have to follow this, and that is what is Jivan Mukta Samachar. So on account of habituation to absolute bliss में अपना मन रखना है, then transcending the parts of no bliss. अपने जीवन में parts आएंगे no bliss के, like there will be some quarrel, there will be some fight, there will be some misunderstanding. So you immediately surrender there and go away. वहां से बाहर हो जाओ. No bliss as well as a great bliss. That yogin is supposed spoken of the liberated and gone to the abode beyond Turiya. So he is not necessary to remain in the meditative, that samadhi state. He has gone because 24/7 by 365 days he is remaining in that absolute bliss. And what he feels is like it is a play which he plays with the kids. If you play with the kids, let's say if somewhere kids are playing, flying their kit, and they enjoy, they have to cut the kits of other people. If it is cut, then they are very happy. If their kids get a kite gets cut, then they are very sad. But a senior man, he enjoys because he knows this is not a true game, so he enjoys. So when the fourth stage of the consciousness, that is Turiya, is attended, the yogin abides in his own real nature, which is being, consciousness, or bliss. Three words are used: being, consciousness, or bliss. So these are all synonymous words. And actually it is said that it is, you cannot speak this with the mouth. You cannot speak this. You have to experience. Being has to be experienced. Consciousness has to be experienced. Bliss has to be experienced. So he becomes liberated while living, and that is called as Jiwan Mukta. Even this state is transcended ultimately in the state called as Turiyatita. This is absolute state of undivided consciousness entered into on liberation without the body. So he remains in the body, but he remains in Turiyatita state. Everywhere he is been welcome, he is very happy, people are also happy around him, and that is a Turiyatita state. So we have to go slowly from this one state to like Jagruta, which we are there, Jagruta, Swapna, Shushukti, and Samadhi. Out of these four, where we are being, just being, we are present, and out of that we come to the Turiyatita state. So that is what is the Jivan Mukta Samacharya. Then next sloka 28. Drushya darshana nirmukta yanu anubhuti anamaya tvam avashtabhyatishtam tvam soshupti tvam bhajastitam. Although seeing the world but not seeing, that is soshupti. Since you are in a blissful state, your interaction with the world cannot be miserable. आप खुद blissful state में हो तो जगत के साथ miserable तो आप interact नहीं कर सकते. You are remaining resting upon that perception which is free from unhappiness. You are free from unhappiness and liberated from the seen and seeing. जो दिख रहा है और दिखने वाला है इससे बाहर, resort to that state of a profound refuse. ऐसी जो एकदम permanently happiness की जो state है उसमें there is no duality in that. And what is that state is called as transcendent, immanent, one without second. There is no second in this. So how the second is not there? Sense of otherness is zero, and sense of individuality is also zero. And a sense of duality is zero, sense of incompleteness is zero. Upon incomplete nahi, we are Purna. That's why it is called as Purna Midam Purnat Purna Mudachyate Purna. And sense of duality, there is no two here, it is only one. That's why Raman Maharshi was not talking. Can one talk to one? Can left hand talk to right hand, or can left hand abuse the right hand, or can left eye abuse the right eye? No. Can a teeth which is biting the tongue is going to scold the teeth? No, because it belongs to the same body. Similarly, here also, whole world is a unfragmented consciousness. It is not fragmented. It looks like it is individual consciousness, but it is not like that. So, therefore, wise people do not react. They interact. वो interact करते हैं, सबके साथ interact करेंगे, react नहीं करेंगे. Otherwise people react and they don't interact. There is no objectivity at all in this world. Disregarding all objectivity and living in the pure consciousness existence. This is life. Then Jiva is merged absolutely in absolute and completely dissolved. Completely dissolved हो जाता है. That is called as अभ्यास योग. न मोक्ष न वस्य पृष्ठ न पाताले न भूतले सर्वक्षा संशये चेताक्षयो मोक्ष इतिष्यते. So this is sushupti state. So sushupti state, sthiti, sleeping state without sleep. So Bhagavad Gita shlok number 2.69. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam yasya jagarti sayami. So Turiya state, one is very much awake like anybody else, but abiding 100% in absolute. Although he is awake, sleeping, he has nothing to do with both. When he has transcended the limitations of Jagruti, Swapna, Shushupti. So Jivan Mukta Samachar is, he is Avinashi. It is gained once for all. He becomes Turyatita. That is what is a real spiritual practice. Anything we want to do, that there is no problem. You can do it and let things happen. Just stop wanting, neither taking the strain, stress for chanting Lord's name, meditation, likewise. You can do it, but then do it in relaxed mode. The process of relaxation, if you're feeling sleepy, go and sleep. Maybe 10-15 minutes you sleep, and again we'll get up and start doing what is supposed to be done and what is necessary for your life to be done. So, liberation is not on the other side of the sky, not in the Netherlands, not on the surface. That is not Patal Lok, not on the surface, not on the Patal Lok, Bhulok, and Akash Lok. No, it's not there. The destruction of the thinking mind on the termination of all desires is regarded as liberation. So again, we are coming to the same stage. Mind minus thoughts is equal to consciousness. Reduce your thoughts, destroy your thoughts, and that will automatically what will happen is mind will become consciousness, that is which is its true nature, and then individual is said to be liberated. Shloka number 30. Moksho में स्थित्वी चिंता त्वं जाता चेत उत्थितं मन मनोनोत्थे मनश्युच्छे बन्धं संसारिको दृढ. Let there be liberation for me. If such thought is caused within you, then the mind is raised. Moment is मुझे liberate होना है, मुझे मुक्त होना है. ऐसे however then you are caught in the world. On the springing of the thoughts in the mind intensely, the bondage of the worldly existence become firm. Moment you ask for, you desire something, even desire for liberation comes under the desire only, and then you suffer. So then you are always at peace under all conditions when you drop your desire and when you remain in a Turyatita state. But you are always alert, quiet, and vigilant, and one goes beyond joy and sorrows of life. Remain abiding in the truth. So, Saushupti Turyatita state, that state which is free from duality of seen and seer, or Triputi, that state is pure, immaculate, and not blemish of any disease. It cannot be. So, Atmanyetiti Sarvatma Sarvabhute Tavatate Ko Bandakacha Kachvatva Moksho Nirmulam Mananam Kuru. In the self which is beyond all definition, become everything or spread everywhere. What is a bondage and what is a liberation? Once you know that everything is sense of incompleteness is zero, sense of duality is zero, where is the question of bondage and where is the question of liberation? Because everything is that Almighty only. So eradicate thinking or destroy the thought which veil the self. जो जो चीज अपने सेल्फ के बीच में आ रही है उसको डिस्ट्रॉय करना पड़ेगा. So, and how it is possible? You have to address your mind, be attentive. This is meant for the person who is really interested to mind his mind. This is not the story which is going on, like Vasishta Rishi is telling Rama some story and Rama is listening but not implementing. This is not story for only story sake. These are moral messages so that you can change your life by minding your mind. So, in the self which is beyond all definition, which become everything or spread everywhere, what is a bondage and what is a liberation? So, eradicate thinking, destroy the thought which evils the self. Next is 32. Dvandve dosha bhayam mukta tirna samsara sagara prapnanuttama vishranti labdha labdha paraspadam. Be liberated from the fear of the evil of pair of opposite. Pair of opposite you will see, you will pursue. Sorrow and joy will come. Happiness and miserable state will come. Duality is man, woman will be seen. But then, even though the pair opposites are there, you should not get entangled there. With the ocean of worldly existence passed over, unsurpassed repose gone, and unattainable supreme abode is apt to obtain. That means seeing the world, still not seeing the world. Seeing the world by open-eyed eyes and not seeing the world, he means dekho suno bolo mat. You are seeing the world, listening to all the things, but you are not commenting because of the simple reason that it is not that you are putting some restraint or constraint. You know that there is no sense of divinity, दो चीज तो है ही नहीं. लाइक भगवान रामकृष्ण परमहंस कहते थे, बहुत ही सुंदर उदाहरण दिया उन्होंने कि बलि बलि देने का ठोकला और बलि जिसको दिया जा रहा है वो तीनों एक और एक ही चीज. He was giving the example of Kalima, wherein they used to be giving the offerings of some goat to Kalima. There is a stone, iron stone, on which that That goat will be kept, and then some puja will be done, and then subsequently it will be hammered. And what Bhagwan Ramakrishna has seen, he has not seen the odd scene there. What he has seen is that stone made up of the iron, that stone which is hitting that goat and that goat, all three are one and one are three. This is a very high level. But then he has seen that, and that is called as liberty. That means the world should not impact on your mind, whether you are seeing a good thing or a bad thing. If you are not interested to look at that, go away from there, but then you should not comment on that. Such a Mahatma is called as liberated from problems of complementary opposites. अपने complementary opposites से वो ऐसी महात्मा मुक्त हो चुके थे. वर्ल्ड इज कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री अपोजिट, वी कांट डू एनीथिंग. जगत तो ऐसे ही कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री अपोजिट है, वी कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग. वर्ल्ड इज लाइक दिस ओनली. इन द वर्ल्ड व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू सी इज ड्यूअलिटी. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियां है, ये तो जीवन है. यू विल हैव सम हैप्पीनेस, सम sorrow. दैट इज अ लाइफ, and that life remains as it is, but then you should not get entangled because of this life. You should always be, irrespective of outside condition, inside you should have a fountain of bliss inside, because you know there is a Almighty sitting inside. With this bhavana, whatever the bhavana you do, bhavana is very important. So we used to do the bhavana, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, you are divine. आप divine प्रत्यक्ष हो. स्वामी विवेकानंद की भाषा में, हे अमृत के अधिकारी गण, तुम ईश्वर की संतान हो, आओ इस मिथ्या भ्रम को झटक डालो कि तुम भेड़ हो, तुम जरा मरण रहित नित्यानंद मय आत्मा. You are that same divinity, same unfragmented consciousness, same bliss, same self, which is looks as if fragmented but not fragmented. So the next shloka, 33 number, page number 174 is Sharirat Vyaktiriktam Jnam Pashyata Praviveki Ubniya Vakar Vikartitangasyapi Nahi Kishita Vikartitam. To one who is discriminating and pursuing the conscious spirit as distinct from the body, even if his limbs are cut off, nothing indeed is cut off. So now this is giving a very, very high example, like I gave an example of Bhagwan Ramakrishna, wherein he used to say that the stone on which that goat has been cut, the cutting instrument as well as goat, all three are one and one and three. Now, same example is given here is the person who is now done a lot of discrimination, and because of his, what has happened is he has dropped his body consciousness, he has dropped his jiva consciousness, and he has dropped his Ishwar consciousness. If such person is there who has dropped all the consciousness, even if his limbs are cut, nothing has been cut, because he knows he is none other than a divinity. Nothing can happen to him. So go beyond body identification. Sadhana is very simple. You have to apply all these sadhanas in happy mantras. What are those? देखो सुनो बोलो मत. Wherever you are, whatever you are, whenever you are, be 100% happy. Likewise, we have to find out spiritual practice. It is not a mimicry. We cannot copy. Like people feel, you go to some ashrama and start mimicry with some saint, some Ishta Devat, and try to do that. Don't do that. You cannot imitate. It is a tailor-made sadhana. Every spiritual practice, it goes with his individual's consciousness. Only this contemplation helps us to come towards that. So you have to make yourself. So the main thing is mind your mind. You have to mind your mind. Unless you mind your mind, nothing in this world can help you. 34 shloka number. Anubhuto gudo swadum api dahavi kartane न शक्तेषि यथा कुरुते तत्वा लोको यथात्मना. So again another good example is given. Jaggery, good. Jaggery which has been experienced or tested is sweet even by burning and even by cutting. So if you cook this jaggery, still it is sweet. If you cut it, still it is sweet. Your small part is sweet, large part is sweet. It cannot be other than the sweetness. So is the perception of the truth of the self. When the perception of the self comes, it cannot be other than the bliss. जिसको पता चल गया कि अपने अंतरात्मा में वो ईश्वर बैठा है, वो मिजरेबल नहीं रह सकता. So it is very nicely said that the person who is contemplating, he loses his authority to be miserable. वो कभी मिजरेबल हो ही नहीं सकता, because it is like a jaggery. गुड़ कहीं से भी खाओ वो मीठा ही लगेगा. So just as a cutting and burning of jaggery does not alter its innate sweetness, so the perception of the self is not affected by the changes in the body, which is the vesture of the self. It is only been projected, like there is one sun and there are 100 pots below that. All these pots are full of sun, and it's only an image of sun. So we are also that unfragmented consciousness which looks like as if fragmented, and then we have Dehatma Bhava, and then we suffer. And if you really want to come out of suffering, then we have to drop this Dehatma Bhava, remain in the Deha, remain as a worldly man, simple and disciplined, but do not allow it to affect our mind. Affecting our mind goes to be to the samsara. If you do not have your mind affected by this world, then you are very much in a Jiwan Mukta. If you really want to remain a Jiwan Mukta, this world should not make your mind go topsy turvy. You remain wherever you are, and not supposed to change the position, not supposed to change the ashrama. Grihastha ashrama, brahmachari ashrama, then sannyasta ashrama, and vanprastha ashrama. These four ashramas are there. Whoever is wherever he is present, he should not change the ashrama. He should remain there happily, cheerfully, blissfully, contented, tranquil, and over and above relaxed and cool. And how he can remain there? He has to only drop Dehatma Bhav ka drop, Jivatma Bhav ka drop, Ishwaratma Bhav ka drop, and we remain as simple and disciplined life. Here Grihastha remain simple and disciplined Grihastha. That's all. And don't show outwardly there are changes in his thinking process. But inwardly you should have a 100% bliss. And how it is possible? Sense of otherness is zero. अपने में और दूसरे में फर्क जीरो है. Sense of duality is zero. So are you going to surrender to the world? No. You have to be very alert. You Yesterday only we see that very simple technique. Love everyone, but do not trust everyone. Because trust will come only when those people also follow the path which you are following. So unless then you cannot trust them. Because he doesn't know the another person, he is in a samsar, he is bound to cheat. So you keep quiet, you apply your happy mantras wherever you are, whatever you are, whenever you are, be 100%. If you are in Grihastha, doing the activities of Grihastha, do it systematically. If you go to the market and that thing comes at, let's say, 200 rupees something you are buying, and on that 50 rupees there is a gift, definitely take the gift also, because that is a व्यवहार, that is what is been demanded by the situation. That cost is included in the 200 rupees whatever you are buying. So that is a, you cannot say no, it is now sense of duality is gone, so let that 200 rupees let him take. So not like that. व्यवहार is different. In व्यवहार also you have to see that you are following the things which are required as far as व्यवहार is concerned, but your mind should remain in bliss. Even by wrongly somewhere you lose your alertness and you get cheated, okay, that is the God's ichha, our ichha, and leave it there. So, like we have taken the example of jaggery, if you cut the jaggery from anywhere, it is going to give only sweetness. Similarly, when you are in the cell, whatever work you are doing, it's only going to give bliss, bliss, bliss. Next shloka, 35 shloka, page number 174. Paravyasanini nari vyagra pigro karmini tadeva swada atyanta parasmara rasayanam. A woman excessively attached to another person, though intently occupied with household affairs, enjoys within only that elixir of the association with that other person. That means again a negative example is given here. There is a bad lady who is now doing all sorts of wrong things, but she, even though doing the worldly thing, her mind is always attached to the things which is another person, paramour. So likewise, you should be also attached to that Almighty, that one divinity, that one self, and that one unfragmented consciousness, doing all the activities required for household affairs. Next shloka 36. Evan tatve pare shuddhe dhiro vishranti magata tadeva syada atyantam bahi vyavaharanapi. Thus the resolute one who has arrived at repose in the pure and highest principle, self, tests or enjoys within only that, though dealing in a business outwardly, बाहर का जगत का पूरा काम वैसी के वैसी कर रहा है. He is doing the worldly things as it is, remaining simple. He is doing his official job. He is doing his homely job, going to the bank, bringing vegetable, cutting vegetable, cooking food, doing some other administrative work, doing some other consultancy work. Whatever comes to his share, doing as a business outwardly, everything is as it is. But inside, what happens? Repose in the pure and highest principle. अंदर में क्या चल रहा है उसके? Repose in the highest principle, that is self. He knows he is a self. Inside, that is what? Inside 100% self. Inside 100% happiness. It is inside 100% bliss. Inside 100% contentment. Inside 100% tranquility. Inside 100% cheerfulness. And inside 100% relax and cool. But outwardly, doing all dealing with a business outwardly. Business is what? The definition of the word is the state of mind where the person remains busy is called as business. So whatever the activities he is doing, let him remain busy there. So next shloka is 37 is नापेक्षते भविष्यच्च वर्तमाने न तिष्ठति न संस्मरम् अत्यतिं च सर्वमेव करोति च. He does not await of the think of the future. He does not rest or depend on the present, nor does he remember the past. So, but he does quite everything. That means he is now not been influenced by past, future, and present. जो कुछ उसके कर्म उसके क्षेत्र में आते हैं, he does that and goes forward. He is not thinking what about any कर्मासक्ति और फलासक्ति और कर्तृत्वासक्ति or अकर्तृत्वासक्ति. All drop. You already seen that, and again repeat here. Karmasakti. I will do this work only. That is Karmasakti. Kartutva I can only do this work. Nobody else can do this work. That is Akartutva I do not want to do anything. I know everything how to do it and I will not do that. Akartutva And fourth is Phala I will do this work because I want the result of that. If you drop all these four, you are with the being. Whatever comes to your share, do that work happily, cheerfully, and with a contented and cool mind. That is what has been said here. Next shloka, that is 38 39. Bhakte bhakta samachara shate shata yuvastita balo baleshi vruddeshu vruddhe dhireshu dhairyavan yuva yovana vrutteshu dukkhesheshu samadhi. Now this is a very practical point told here. How to behave in the world when you are with this, when you are one with the self. He says, very slowly I'll take this. He has to conduct of the devotee towards the devotee of God. अगर वो किसी devotee के साथ बात कर रहा है, तो he will become devotee. He will remain bhakte bhakta samachara. If he is remaining with the devotee, he will behave like a devotee. Shate shata iva sthiti. He remains like a rug towards the rug. कोई एकदम शट है, उसके साथ शट संबंध रहेगा. वहां पे उसको फिर नॉलेज देने की शुरुआत नहीं करेंगे. वहां क्या बोलेगा? आई डोंट नो. If it's a deity, we will talk about the God, we will talk about the play, all the contemplation, we will talk about all the good things. But there is a shut who is pretending कि मैं सब कर रहा हूँ पर कुछ कर नहीं रहा. So he will be shut. I don't know. Balo baleshu. He is a child among the children. When he is with the child, he is not going to tell the philosophy to children. Philosophy he can tell it to the persons who are of his equal age. Equal age people means what? Equal age is not a biological age. Equal age is a mental age. If your frequency matches somewhere, if you are following the same path, that is equal age. Like we already seen four types of people. If there are senior people, respect and reverence. Equal age, friendliness. Younger than you, compassion, forgiveness. And the people who are mischievous, indifferent with that. So you have to find out which people are there. So very practical shloka 38 39. भक्त के साथ भक्त के समान बिहेव करो, षट के साथ षट के समान, बच्चों के साथ बच्चों के समान, वृद्धेषु वृद्धा, old man among old, and dhireshu dhairyavan. If there is a dhir parush, he is a consciousness, he has now decided to follow the spirituality. He is doing vairagya and abhyas. He is contemplating every day without forget by grace of Almighty. So with this, give him a boost up, make him a courageous person among the brave. Young among the people of youthful conduct. युवा युवन वृत्तेषु दुखेषु च दुःखदी. यूथ के संबंध रहना है और सॉरोफुल माइंड के साथ क्या करना है? उसके सामने चेहरा गिरा देना. ओ मैं भी बहुत सॉरोफुल. And he is doing a natak. Because that sorrowful, he is not going to tell that sorrowful people, अरे you come out of that, you are miserable. उसके साथ, oh you are sorrowful, I am more than 100% sorrowful. So what is told here now? A very good advice given by Vasishtha to Rama is भक्त भक्ते समाचारो शटे शट ही वस्थित बालो बालेषु वृद्धेषु वृद्धा धीरेषु धैर्यवान युवा यौन वृत्तेषु दुःखेषु स सुदुःखी. Who is this? He is a Triguna. He is the person who is Turyatita, who has gone beyond the Turya state, beyond the Samadhi state. Last shloka today's discussion is Apishita rucho arke sutapte pindu mandale apyada prasaratyagno vismayosya na jayate. Even if the sun shines with a cool light, the disk of the moon is exceedingly hot, fire spread downward, astonishment is not produced in him. This is also another very 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 important श्लोक. क्या बोला है उन्होंने? अपिशीत रुचो अर्के, यानी सूर्य भगवान अगर ठंडे लगने लग गए, सूर्य भगवान गर्मी देना भूल गए, तो इसको कुछ नहीं लगेगा, क्योंकि बोलेंगे यार ये तो सब ईश्वर की माया है. और डिस्क ऑफ द मेन इज एक्सीडिंगली हॉट, लाइक चंद्र ने शीतलता देना चाहिए, बट वो एक्सीडिंगली हॉट हो गया, वो बहुत गर्म हो गया. फायर स्प्रेड डाउनवर्ड्स, फायर तो कभी भी ऊपर जाती है, बट इट स्टार्ट्स गेटिंग स्प्रेड डाउनवर्ड्स. एस्टोनिशमेंट इज नॉट प्रोड्यूसिंग नीम, वो कभी विस्मय चरित्र का विस्मय स्प्रित नहीं होगा, उसको कभी आश्चर्य नहीं लगेगा जगत में कि लोग हाउ दिस पीपल आर बिहेविंग लाइक दैट, व्हाई दे आर बिहेविंग लाइक दैट, व्हाई दिस इज हैपनिंग, व्हाई सम पीपल आर गुड, व्हाई सम पीपल आर बैड, व्हाई पीपल आर just projecting like that, why this is happening, why sun is not giving shine or hotness, why moon is not light, and why fire is not going up, why, because there is no answer to this why. So there is this, drop this how and why from your dictionary. So to drop this how and why from the dictionary and how it is to be dropped, we'll see that in next topic, that is Chitta Spanda Nirodha, fourth topic, the control of the moment of the mind. With this prayers. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Sri Ramachandra Arpanamastu. Submitting the divine fruits to the holy feet of Sri Ramachandra.